Becoming your own best friend. May 22, 2014. All infants as they come into the world already know their self-worth. Their lives revolves around the expressions, expectations and of the attitudes of the people that created them. This precious gift of life's natural sense of self-worth can also become depleted over time. It is your self-worth, beautiful bright hearts, that allows you to believe that you are able and capable to doing your best with the skills, abilities and talents that you naturally have when you contribute to society, in order to lead a healthful and fulfilling life. Yet rebuilding your self-worth takes time, patience, and a great deal of love, compassion, and appreciation from you. It is essential, dear ones, to never underestimate the power of your own attitude towards yourself. How you see yourself, how you talk of yourself and to yourself, and how you actually represent yourself will eventually become the reality of who you are. And depending if the perception of yourself happens to be on the low side, you will demonstrate someone who has a very low opinion of themselves and is lacking self-worth. Knowing that this does happen doesn't describe humility. What it describes is denial of your real self, and that you don't allow the divinity of your presence to shine. Yet if you always like to exaggerate what your qualities, skills or talents are, you will end up coming across as egotistical and oftentimes arrogant and self-centered. This kind of attitude doesn't describe overestimating your self-worth. What it does describe is self-deception through insecurity. There are many dear souls among you, some that you know that need to have an audience, and they will say things that are not completely true, give half-truths in order to gain attention. Eventually, the truth always reveals itself. It's merely a matter of time, and it's the truth that will set you free. Free from the walls, the delusions and illusions, free from the falseness, and the ability to live wholly in the present and in the truth that comes from loving yourself, your true and authentic self, for exactly what and who you are. There is always a halfway, a middle way. It's a simpler route that provides you with enough challenges for you to be able to recognize and celebrate the authenticity of your natural self, the self that is worthy, unique and beautiful. No matter what your talents are, each of you are valuable, each of you are just as good and worthy as everyone else. Not one person is loved more or appreciated more by God. Getting each of you to see this and to believe this is the challenge, especially after you may have spent years condemning yourself as being unworthy of appreciation, compassion, or love from God or anyone else. It is time, beautiful bright hearts, to change the thoughts of yourself and to give yourself an internal makeover, in order to reclaim your value and worth. A vital and important lesson on the way of discovering your self-worth is learning to overcome the fear of loving yourself. So often self-love is associated with egotism and sometimes as a form of introversion. But this mostly has to do with the perception of the language used and how it's perceived and assumed. When using the word love, this one word can cover many meanings and descriptions, and as a result it has caused more confusion among so many dear souls about being able to love one another as equals, and to love oneself as being an essential part of the loving equation. In truth, you cannot truly love another unless you are able to love yourself. Don't downplay your own wants and needs for love and appreciation out of fear of what others may think of you as being selfish. Before you can truly take care of others, care must begin with you. Giving yourself love requires a good understanding of balance, being able to take and let go what is needed for your own personal nourishment of self. Healthy self-love is being able to be your own best friend. In addition, self-love is often expressed not by vain grooming or vain attention towards yourself. Self-love, beautiful bright hearts, is all about treating your whole self with the same kind of consideration you give to others, tolerance, patience, generosity, compassion and of course love, the same kind of qualities you share and offer with someone that is special to you. It is important to try to step away from the need to cover up how you think others perceive you. Question this: how does this way of thinking help you grow or develop? Remember, beautiful bright hearts, the esteem boost you so richly deserve will not come from any other source, no matter how hard you try or how often you ask others. Your esteem lift can only come from you when you change how you view yourself. Trust is essential to the development of you and of the discovery of your self-worth. As you become more comfortable with loving and caring towards yourself, you begin to trust your feelings and your God-gifted intuition. As you expand your self-worth, you are able to listen better and to depend on your feelings more, and not to automatically respond without thinking. You become more mindful and aware of your total self and of others. You might begin to distance yourself from those that seem to encourage a rushed response from you in order to gain greater control on your impulses. When you are able to trust your own feelings and intuition, you will quickly come to understand the demands that have been placed upon you, and be able to confidently determine what is best for you at that given time. Your self-worth will decline when you allow others to make decisions for you. Of course, it is only natural to seek counsel with your peers and elders, but it is important to remember the choice is always yours. When it comes to making decisions, choosing whichever way cannot be avoided. Even the act of avoidance is a choice only you can do. You are still responsible for the choices you make that were chosen by another, so we encourage you to take control of this journey, your journey, and become assertive in your life. Yes, be prepared as much as is possible for the potential of difficult decisions that will come your way. Your life, dear ones, is filled with the balance of experiences that have come from persevering all life has thrown at you. Don't just honor the happy ones. Celebrate the difficult challenges, as they were the ones that taught you to appreciate the good ones when they came, and they will come again. Too often, many of God's sons and daughters spend their time negatively analyzing themselves, focusing on their weaknesses instead of seeing their strengths. And any weakness that is discovered can easily be turned into a strength when you apply enough effort, love, and care. When you do analyze yourself, be fair. Consider what your natural strengths and abilities are. Without any effort by you, can you name at least 5 or 6 natural-born talents that you have and use? If you are not following your heart's directions, have you taken the time to find out why, yet? Do you know the difference between your skills and talents? Remember, what talents are beautiful bright hearts, talents are inherent, already a part of you, where skills must be worked at often in order to master them. Determine if the life you are currently living is fulfilling, and if it isn't, then this is a good time to learn why and to be honest with what you discover, and then begin making plans that will bring you to living a more healthful and fulfilling life. There are so many beautiful souls out there that try to live up to a certain image in order to please a crowd or for attention. We encourage you to end this need. Your self-worth is not conditional on others or what they think of you. Don't follow the directions of other people's expectations, regardless if those expectations are well defined or not. It is time to be you, not the person beside you, or the person's books or columns you enjoy to read. They are great as guides, but they are not you. You are not meant to live your life for someone else. You are meant to live your life for you, to demonstrate love, compassion, and appreciation by giving these things to yourself. You can easily recognize someone who has healthy self-worth as they are able to share their thoughts with you and learn from you as well. They are willing to be guided and to guide, as they have honed the ability to listen to their feelings and intuition. They trust where their hearts are leading them, and are confident regardless of the direction. It is people like these, dear ones, that are essential to have as part of your support network. It is these dear souls that will mentor you, allow an equal give and take, and will not misguide you, as they too understands and appreciates you as being someone of value and worthy of love and compassion. Instead of following what others are saying or doing, become the commander of your journey, be in charge. Give yourself positive pep talks, and remind yourself often that you do matter. There are many wonderful affirmations that can help you with this, and I encourage you to seek one that lifts your heart whenever you find yourself feeling low and keep it handy. Affirmative self-talk is not the only way to improve self-worth, but it does have self-worth boosting power when you need a little push once in a while in the right direction. If you are one of those dear souls that has to always prove something is right or wrong, then prove to yourself that you do matter. Reading those positive affirmations are helpful and useful, but keep in mind that it is just as important to act on your self-worth by recognizing and being accountable for where you presently are and how you got there. As you become more responsible and you take matters into your own hands, making things as right as possible, then it's time to learn to forgive yourself. Give yourself the nurturing and healing gift of forgiveness. Stop being so hard on yourself. Yes, you've made mistakes, but without them you would not have learned what you have. You would not have the wisdom and knowledge that fills you. Don't blame others for your misfortune or anguish. Blame is considered to be a source of coping, but it also blocks you from looking at your own negative behavior and prevents you from making the changes that are sorely needed. It is too easy to become stuck within the feeling of helplessness. It requires great strength and determined will to pull yourself out. Even if others did have a hand at depleting your self-worth, it is up to you to move on as the strong, loving person that I know you are. As you become more confident and comfortable giving yourself love and compassion, and to heal yourself with the power of forgiveness, you will soon realize how much more resilient you've become. Someone that is resilient has the emotional capacity and strength to persevere the challenges of life without falling to pieces. There is no belittling of your life or what you've gone through, for your experiences were very real, they are a part of you. But now you've grown, matured, and those previous challenges have helped you become the strong person you are today. With time, patience, self-love, and self-compassion, you have allowed yourself to heal and to learn how to react when their memory suddenly appears. You have learned what has happened is the past, and that it's up to you to stay firm in that resolve. Don't demean yourself in any situation or difficult event that you have weathered. Remember your self-worth, and that because you valued yourself so much, you have moved on and will continue to move on, learning, growing, and becoming more each day. Learn to focus your energy on what needs to be changed in your life and not what other people seem to wrap themselves up with. Come to realize that each person has their own path, their own set of challenges to overcome. Understanding comes at different times for different people, never the same for all. But in your differences there is one thing that is more than possible to be shared, and that is love, and through love so much can be accomplished. And so it is. I am Lady Nada through Julie Miller. spiritualnetworks.com